thank you for watching A Country Girl's Cooking with Rhonda. It is 9 o'clock at night, and I just woke up. We were watching 1923, and I fell asleep. I can't watch nothing, y'all, without falling asleep. Does that mean you're getting old? I don't know. I don't know. But y'all forgive me by the way I look. But you know what? I've been trying to make these muffins all day. All day. I did some cleaning, and I went downstairs, and I tried to rest, and I fell asleep. And this is what y'all got to deal with. Oh, me. But I got a loaf of bread, and I don't have on any mascara either. I got this loaf of bread here that I made that I'm going to have to turn the oven off. I throwed a little bit of water like that just now. That helps brown it. So I'm going to turn that off because I think it's done. But, y'all, I was going to fry some chicken livers today, and I was just, I was too tired. I mopped and done some laundry and dusted. You know, that just wears an old lady out. I'm tired. But anyway, it's all good. But it's been raining like something today. We needed it. I mean, it's washing away some of that pollen, but it's been raining hard. But I've got these muffins that I've been aiming to make for y'all for weeks, okay? Weeks. And it is a carrot cake, apple, cran raisin, not cranberry, sorry. Cran raisin and then raisins. You can opt out of any of these other ingredients, but you gotta have the carrots. Hold on, let me get my carrots. But this recipe calls for baking powder. Why don't they just use self-rising flour if they're gonna call for baking powder? If y'all know, let me know. Okay, this is what I got. You're supposed to have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. But what I have done, I am using 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm using 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. Not only is it healthier, but it brings out more of the nuttiness. You know, whole wheat flour, it can be drier, but if you know how to add maybe some extra milk or something like that, it helps. It's not always drier, but it can be. But the texture's better, I think, with adding whole wheat flour. I really do. You can add up to, if you've got a recipe that calls for 3 cups of flour, you can always add just half of whole wheat flour. That's what they recommend. I Googled it. But anyway, you gotta shred 2 cups of carrots. Now you want to shred your own carrots. Don't buy those shredded carrots in the grocery store. They're hard. They've probably been coated with something. You know what I'm talking about? Always shred your own carrots. I peeled the carrots and then I shredded them. it took about four small to medium carrots. Then it said a half a cup of raisins. You don't have to put raisins, but I thought that it would be good to use the cran raisins, and then there's some regular raisins underneath here. That's all I had. Okay, but I will post all this in the description. But I'm telling you, they are scrumptious. And it's, you know, it's not the worst thing. If you want something sweet, it's not the worst thing that you could eat. I can tell you that now. All right. You got to shred 1 apple. It doesn't matter what kind of apple. And I went ahead and did it and put it in there because I didn't want it to turn brown. You know, I didn't want it to go ahead and start getting dark looking. So you want 1 apple peeled. Make sure you peel it and shred it. Okay? Then you want your 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Like I said, I've got 1.5 cups of all-purpose and 1/2 cup of whole wheat. You don't have to do that, but I like that. All right, let me do this first. Then you got to add, like I said, I don't know why it calls for baking powder when you could just use self-rising flour, you know. It calls for 3. Good gracious. 3 teaspoons. 3 teaspoons of baking powder, y'all. Always check the expiration date on your baking powder. Because if it goes bad, it's not going to work. Keep it in the refrigerator if you can. It helps keep it fresh. Excuse me, y'all. Stir that around. Then you want 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Don't forget your salt. It brings out flavor. It brings out sweetness. Salt is important in desserts. I got me one of these, y'all. I got 2, actually. And I love it. Everybody talked about theirs, and now I know why. It's great. All right. It doesn't call for ginger, y'all. But I think ginger brings out some of the warm notes of cinnamon. And I like ginger. So I'm using 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. You don't have to, okay? And it calls for 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1. Oh, Lordy. Oh. Let's do 1/2 teaspoon on that. 2. Ooh. Let's take out a little bit of that. Okay. I shouldn't have done that, y'all. That's a mistake. That's a big no-no. But that's all right. It'll just be a little extra cinnamony. That was a big mistake. Hey, I want to show y'all something. I like those cheesy goldfish. You know what I'm talking about? Well, they got something new now. Cinnamon roll grams goldfish. Y'all, they are so good. You can have 35 pieces. You can have 35 goldfish Saturated fat is 1 gram for 5 grams of fat. 35 of these. They are wonderful. It doesn't taste like a graham cracker. It's got, the cinnamon is, it's good. It tastes like a Cinnabon or something. Just want to show y'all that. They made by the Goldfish. Goldfish cinnamon roll. And I think they make the strawberry shortcake ones too. I just thought I'd let you know. All right, back to my stuff here. Okay. Now you got to add 1 cup, and that is a cup because I measured it, of sugar. Okay. Then you're going to add your raisins and your cran raisins. You don't have to add that, but I thought it would be good. And then I got my apples in there. You want 1 shredded and peeled and shredded apple. You could probably put any kind of fruit you wanted in here as long as it paired well with cinnamon. You know? Okay. I think that's mixed up good enough. Now we're going to add our 2 cups of carrots. Y'all, it is pouring down raining. And we needed it. That pollen was so thick. It's a lot of carrot too. That's what it says, 2 cups of carrots. Shredded carrot. Fresh carrots. And I know I'm stirring it right much, but I just want to make sure that I get everything blended. Because you don't, want to bite a muffin and have a hunk of salt here and a hunk of cinnamon there. So you just want to mix it up good. Okay. Alrighty. Now, we got 1 cup of vegetable oil. This is canola. Any kind of oil as long as it's, doesn't have flavor to it. Okay. We gotta have 3 eggs. And these are room temperature eggs, y'all. Okay? Three eggs. No shells. All right. That's a little bitty yolk right there. I'm going to wipe this up when I get finished. Okay. All right. And you can mix these eggs up in the bowl before you put them in here, but it doesn't matter. It really don't. Now this is a thick batter. And me using the whole wheat flour, I just wanted to make sure that I don't have to add anything extra. Because it takes a little bit more to hydrate that kind of flour than it does all-purpose. Oh, I forgot my vanilla. It did not call for vanilla, but I did. It's got to have some vanilla in it. Alrighty. That's good. I don't want to overdo it. Okay. It smells so good, y'all. I like this thing right much. Okay. Now. You need to let this batter sit for about 10 minutes. Okay? I'm trying to get all of it scraped down here. You just need to let it sit for about 10 minutes. And while you're letting it do that, you can get your muffin pans and stuff ready. Okay. Y'all smell that? Smells so good. All right, let me get this stuff up. So I hope that y'all try this recipe. I really do. I hope y'all try it, because it smells wonderful and it tastes wonderful, and it's not the worst thing that you could eat. It's not. Okay, I'll be right back. It normally rises about that high, but I think it was because it was so damp today and I've had the air conditioner going. But that's my my loaf of bread, y'all. I'm gonna let it cool a little bit just for a couple of minutes, and then I'm gonna when you make a loaf of bread like this, you need to put it on a wire rack, and when you take it out of the pan, you need to lay it on its side, and that way underneath won't it won't sweat. That's why you need to get it going. Okay, I'll be right back. It smells good. See what I mean? You want to lay it on the side, not down, and that way this won't, because you know it's sweating already. So that way the air can get around it, and it'll be able, you know, it'll dry out just a little bit where you can cut it. I guess you could lay it on either side. Look at that. It smells so good. It smells so lovely. Okay. Let me get my muffin stuff ready. My pans and cups and stuff. Okay, I was checking out my batter. Being that I used a half a cup of the whole wheat flour, it wasn't the consistency that I thought it should be from the last time. So I went ahead and added 2 teaspoons of full fat sour cream. You can either use sour cream or you could use yogurt. You could use buttermilk. But you need something that's, you know, got some fat to it. So I used 2 dollops of daisy. That's what I did. 2 dollops of daisy. Okay, and that's the way it needs to look. Okay. I could eat it like this. It smells so good. Okay. Make sure I got everything in here that I'm supposed to have. You want to preheat your oven to 375. Greased or your paper muffin liners, you know what I'm talking about. And you have to bake it 25 to 30 minutes until the toothpick comes out clean, or until the tops, you know, the little muffin tops, are golden brown. Okay? And I have, I'm just reading. I have a little icing that I usually put on this too. I was looking for my recipe, but I'll find it. Okay, I'll be back. Hey, welcome to my back porch. Having a cup of coffee, other than what I spilt on me. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna try to post this video early. That recipe of mine, y'all, I was so tired yesterday. I cleaned all day, done laundry, mopped, dusted. I just covered it up, covered the batter up, and put it in the refrigerator. It'll just make it even more tastier. It'll have time to get married. All the flavors just, you know. You don't have to add any of those other ingredients if you don't like them. And I did add, just now I added a half a teaspoon of apple pie spice. You don't have to, but I like that. But it's a great recipe. You don't have to substitute a half a cup of whole wheat. You can use all the all-purpose. Now, if you only have self-rising flour, since they're calling for that much baking powder, I would add at least another teaspoon or teaspoon and a half or two of baking powder, because that's, you know, that's a lot for 2 cups of flour. I guess, you know, it's supposed to rise. I've just added things to this recipe to kind of make it my own. But I think that half a cup of whole wheat just makes it nuttier, and it gives it a better texture. And, you know, I think it's better for you. But if you have any questions about the recipe, you can comment, and I will be right on it. I promise. I guess I'm getting a little discouraged because I know that I've got a lot of subscribers, and I'm so grateful. I don't know, y'all, how long it takes to get subscribers. I don't know that much about YouTubing. I'm just working really hard trying to do the best I can. And I just want to be able to, for people to be able to get something out of what I'm putting out there, you know. And if there's anything that y'all want to see fixed or cooked or done, let me know. I mean, because I don't know what's trending. I know that a lot of people like to see low-carb recipes, and I can do that. You know, if that's what you want, let me know. I will do it. I wouldn't mind eating a few low carbs myself. Of course, I don't eat but once a day, and I know that's not healthy, but this is that little diet that I'm on. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. And my oven just went off, and I'm not gonna make muffins, y'all, because I don't have any cupcake liners. I used them when I made the cupcakes for my sister's birthday. I got 2 muffin pans. One of them is the little bitty teeny weeny muffins, and the other one, the pan is just so old I believe the muffins would just stick to it and you would never get it out. But you can definitely use it as muffins. You can use it as a cake. I'm going to use it as like a banana loaf. You know how you make a banana loaf bread? I'm going to do it just like I did that. I'm going to bake it in that same pan that y'all saw the bread that I made. And I sliced up a piece of that bread and tasted it with some butter. I wasn't supposed to. But y'all, it is so good. And I will post that recipe also. It's just, it takes a little while to make that. It didn't rise quite as high as it normally does. The yeast could have been inhibited, or it could have been the temperature of the house. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's high enough to make a sandwich with, or some toast. So I'm thinking about fixing Randy some breakfast. I don't know. He may just want one of this, I was going to say muffin, but it won't be a muffin. A slice of this stuff. My recipe. Okay. I just heard the chickens a minute ago, but they kind of piped down a little bit. Well, I'll see y'all in the kitchen. And look, y'all, I don't know a lot about YouTubing. I don't know what people want to watch. I'm doing the best I can. I have 154 subscribers, and I'm so grateful. This has been going on, let's see, I've been doing this, 2 months almost. And I don't know what's trending. If you want to see low carb meals, I can do that. Just let me know what I need to do. Because I really don't know. I'm just posting what I cook. And I hope that you get something out of it. Because I really enjoy it. I like connecting. And I'm going to be doing some live videos. They say wait till you get right many subscribers and then you can do a live video. But I'm learning. But I don't know what the norm is as far as comments, views, likes, subscribers. I Googled it, but, you know, it really doesn't, it just, anything can go, you know. So, I appreciate you watching. And if you would share and subscribe, it doesn't cost a thing. I would appreciate it. I'm working hard trying to get this YouTubing going because I like doing it a lot, and I'm grateful. So I'm gonna go in here and we're gonna make put this stuff in the pan and stick it in the oven, and I'm gonna make those chicken livers for dinner, and I hope that you can get something out of that. They are delicious. A lot of people don't want to eat chicken livers because it says chicken livers, but they really are good. It's just on it. It's the way you cook them. You know, you got to know how to cook them. Alrighty, I'll see you in the kitchen. I probably put too much batter in here, but I've got the liner, the parchment paper in here. So hopefully it'll be okay. I reduced the temperature since I've got all of this batter in this pan to 350. If you're doing the muffins, I would stay with 375. But I don't want to cook this so fast that it won't get done on the inside. You understand what I mean? So I'm going to stick this in the oven and check it in about 35 minutes. Hey, you know that chopper-opper I got? It has like a blender thing with it. I'm put some cream cheese and butter in the microwave just to soften it. Look at there. Look at here. Let me show you. It's pretty daggone neat. See how it mixes it up? That is awesome. I'm glad that came with it. I was getting that out and I nicked my finger. But look at there. That is pretty cool. Anyway, that's gonna be my icing. In there. So when I put it in there on 350, I put it back on 375. And I cooked it on 375. And then the last 10 minutes, it's almost done. But the last 10 minutes, I put it back on 350 because I didn't want it to get too brown. But if you're gonna do muffins, just stay 375 for about 20 minutes. And this has been in here for 35 minutes, almost. So it didn't take that long, and it smells good. But I'm gonna make this icing, and I'll be right back. Hey, this icing, oh, it's good. I took a half a block of cream cheese, that's 4 ounces, and then 3 tablespoons of real butter. Put it in a bowl, a little cereal bowl. Put it in the microwave for like 30, 40 seconds until it just gets soft. You don't want to cook it to death, just let it get soft. Then I mixed it up really good in that thing, or you can use your mixer, or you can do it by hand with a whisk. And then I slowly added 1 cup, well, I put vanilla bean paste, a dash of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Is whatever amount of cinnamon that you would like, okay? And let's see, a dash of salt, cinnamon, vanilla bean paste, and then I added the powdered sugar. And it was a cup of powdered sugar, and that's the icing. And it makes just enough to go over your cake, or your whatever you want to call it. Your muffin cake, your carrot bread. It sure does smell good though. And you know, if you wanted to opt out with the carrots or all the warm spices and the carrots, you could probably just use the recipe, take out all of the spices and put blueberries in it, strawberries, you know, anything like that. It would be good. Just use the flour base, you know, and the eggs and stuff, and put whatever you like in it. That would be fine. You don't have to use the carrots and stuff. I bet the blueberries would be great. I don't know how blueberries and cinnamon would go, but you, like I said, you could take out the warm spices. You sure can. So it's almost ready. We're gonna check it out. I'll see you in a bit. I don't have a convection oven. And if you have one, you don't need to rotate anything like that you're baking. But I had to rotate that loaf pan. You know, I had to turn it around halfway through the second part of the cooking. So if you don't have a convection oven, you need to do that because it'll get browner on one side. My oven does that. Okay, it's out of the oven. See that? Let you look at it there. So it looks really good. It's got a nice brown topping, and I think it's going to be delicious. It's moist, and I'm going to let it cool a little bit, and then I'm going to put that on it. I like putting it on it when it's warm so it'll melt all over it, but we'll see. We'll see. But there we go. And like I said, I would have done muffins, but I didn't have any cupcake liners. But this will be perfectly fine. All right, I'll be back. I thought it was done. I stuck a toothpick in it several times, and it came out clean. So when I took it out of the pan, I could tell it was really still kind of heavy, and I stuck a skewer in it, a skewer, metal skewer, and it came out with dough on it. So I had to put it back in the oven. Wonder why the toothpick came out clean. Go figure. Baking. My video hung. I don't know why. Y'all, it is so good. Oh! Wow. Y'all gotta make that. Look there. The outside of it has got a great crust. It is delicious. I kid you not. I ain't just saying it because I made it. It is really good. Those fresh carrots, those cran raisins, the apple, and the whole wheat flour really gave it a great texture. So I'm gonna post this recipe. Please try it. But if you make the cupcakes, bake them for 20, 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. If you make this, the loaf, it's gonna take about an hour and 30 minutes to bake. But I would bake it on 350. It's delicious. It's really good. I will see y'all at supper time. We're gonna fry some chicken livers. Thank you for watching. It's done. It is moist. It is so delicious. Randy is scuffing it down. I'm telling y'all, got to make this. And that icing, oh, y'all, it is so moist.